Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16, we see a verse that you've heard me preach often. The godly may trip 7 times, but they will get up again. But one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. Now, I want you to notice, brothers and sisters, how often have I taught you that the righteous may fall 7 times, but they rise again. Some of you have stumbled and you have fallen in this horrible COVID thing, but you know what? Your business is going to rise again. Your company is going to rise again. Your career is going to rise again. Though you fall 7 times in the Bible, the number of completion, though you fall to the point that people say there's no hope for them, a righteous person rises again. But notice the second part of this. But one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. One of the ways you recognize the wicked from the righteous in life is when disaster comes. When disaster comes, the righteous may fall, but they rise again. But the wicked, one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. Now he continues and applies this. He said, don't rejoice when your enemies fall, verse 17. Don't be happy when they stumble, for the Lord will be displeased with you and will turn his anger away from you. Now, in my short life, I've had enemies come against me, and God has always been gracious to me. And my enemies have fallen, and God has sustained me. But as a young man, I had to learn a lesson, and I try to teach it very strongly to people as we get older. Never gloat in victory. When God vindicates you, when God honors you, never stand up and gloat. Never rejoice when your enemies fall. He says, don't be happy when they stumble. Why? For the Lord will be displeased with you, and he will turn his anger from them. God will pull back the vengeance because of your gloating. Now, you say, well, Pastor, then I should gloat so that God shows mercy. No, leave them with the mercy of God. You'll find that when God finishes teaching people a lesson, they've learned the lesson well, and that's the best thing for them. So let God teach them the lesson. But you just work on your heart. When you see people that have come against you and you see them fall, never gloat. Watch your heart. Never be happy. Never rejoice. It should never make you happy to see your enemies fall. It should always hurt because you still love them. There's no vengeance. There's no desire for vendettas in your heart. You keep your heart right. Leave the vengeance with God. Never gloat in times of victory.